Hello YouTube, I'm Edison Waltz. I'm here to bring you a deck profile for my Harpie deck. Sorry it's been a while since I've posted. Just trying to looking up decks or cards I need for certain decks to complete, which I will be mentioning after this deck profile, or when I'm done reviewing the deck, or showing you the deck. But yeah, so moving on. First up is 3 copies of Harpie Dancer. I don't know how you see that card, but yeah, this is Harpie Dancer. I'm not going to read her effect, because I want to try and keep this video as short as possible. But, if you watch the video multiple times, you can just look the card up yourself, but yeah. 3 Harpie Dancers. I mainly use her for strides or discard, or just for discarding, or for the card Icarus Attack, or just for, yeah, pretty much just that. So, moving on. Next up is Harpie Lady 1. I used to run 3, but then I decided, yeah, no, 3 clogs up the deck too much, so I'm just gonna run 2. Good card. Not the original she's not the actual Harpie Lady, but she's treated as Harpie Lady, as the majority of the deck is. That's the thing with the Harpies, they're all treated as Harpie Lady. So, yeah. But moving on to 3 copies of Harpie's Channeler. Good card, good for, say, level 7 synchros if you have a level 7 or higher dragon type monster on the field. Well, actually, it's just any level 7 monster. Oh no, it is a dragon. No, it's just dragon type monster, not level 7. But it becomes level 7. So there's only one level 7 in the deck, so, and it is a dragon. So yeah. It's good for something that Red Eyes Xyz monster, if you want to use that thing. Yeah, I'm sorry for just not seeing that from my face. Next up is Blackwing Zephyros the Elite. Good card for, again, Icarus Attack and removing cards that affect your monsters that you don't want to be affected. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty much... Yeah, he's the only dark monster in the deck. Well, in the main deck anyway, not in the extra deck. But yeah. Yeah, everything else in this deck is either wind or earth. Or water and light. So, yeah, but, yeah. Moving on to Harpie's Harpist. Yeah. Also a good card. As long as you can get rid of her, again, for Icarus Attack. And yeah, that's about it. Pretty much Icarus Attack and sacrificing and that kind of shit. Again, good card, level 4 wind type monster. Yeah. Next up is 1 copy of Cyber Harpie Lady. Treated as Harpie Lady, pretty much your vanilla. Even though she says effect, she's basically a vanilla. But yeah, moving on. 3 copies of Harpie's Queen. This card basically gets your field spell of the deck, which I will be getting into when I get to the spells. And finally, for the main deck monsters is Harpie's Pet Dragon. Good card. If you've noticed the ratio, the ratio goes from, or for the monsters goes from 1 to 3. Actually, I have 3 of one card, 2 of another card. 4 sets of 3. 2 sets of 2. And 2 sets of 1. So that's that ratio. I'm going to move on to spells now. Harpie's Queen gets this specific field spell, known as Harpie's Hunting Ground. Basically, this is how your monsters gain extra power aside from Harpie Lady 1. This is also how you get rid of certain problem cards whenever a Harpie Lady is summoned, or Harpie Lady's sister. Next up, to gain another card that I will be getting to gain a card called Elegant Egotist, which I will be getting to soon, is Hysteric Sign. Also, when this card is destroyed, you get to add any 3 Harpie cards from your deck to your hand. Next up is Pot of Duality. Everybody knows what this does. It's basically, it's kind of like Graceful Charity, except you only get to pick one of the card, but then the others have to go back to the deck. But so yeah, it's sort of like Graceful Charity. Next up is the Elegant Egotist I was talking about. This card basically helps you get Harpie Lady 1 and Cyber Harpie Lady out, because they're always treated as Harpie Lady, regardless of on field, grave, hand, or deck. But moving on to Dark Hole. Yeah, everybody knows what this does, so I'm not going to explain it. And as well as the final card for the spells, Book of Moon. Yeah, again, everybody knows what that card does. I'm not going to read in. I'm not going to fully read any of the effects. If you want to know what the effects are, you can look them up, because I want to keep this, again, I want to keep this video as short as possible. So, moving on to traps. 3 copies of Icarus Attack. Good card. Basically allows you to destroy 2 cards on the field while tributing one of your Winged Beast type monsters. So basically Zephyros, Harpie's Dancer, Harpie's Harpist, any of your Harpie cards. Moving on to 3 Hysteric Party. Basically Call of the Haunted, but for Harpies. And becomes a complete dead card. It does not destroy itself when the monster is destroyed. Unfortunately. If it's destroyed, the monsters that summon it go. Basically, it's just summon it. It just allows you to refill your field with Harpies for other plays. And as I stated, the non-Harpie version of and Call of the Haunted revives any monster, and if it's removed or the monster is moved, both of the cards go. Luckily, it does not become a dead card. Thankfully. But then again, there are cards to get rid of dead cards in here. And finally, for the traps, Mirror Force. I don't think I need to explain what this one does. So, yeah. Moving on to Extra Deck. 1 copy of Gaga Cowboy. I think everyone should know what this card does. Or at least why everyone should use its defensive skill, not its attack skill, but yeah. The only Earth card of the this is probably the extra deck, but the only Earth type monster in this deck. So yeah. Next up is the evolution of Harpie's Pet Dragon, which is Harpie's Pet Phantasmal Dragon. Requires 3 level 4 wind type monsters. 2000 attack, 500 2500 defense. Not going to read its effect because, again, I'm trying to keep it short as possible. Next up is 101 Silent Honor Arc. Good card. Good attack. Helps get rid of problem cards. Special summoned problem cards. I did add 2 other cards to this deck. 2 other cards to the extra deck. Please let me know in the comment section if they are good. That is number 50. Black Ship of Corn. This just helps get rid of problem effect monsters. So, yeah. And finally, Photon Paphilopree. I can't pronounce that name. I'm sorry. I can't pronounce that name worth of shit. If you can somehow read that name, good for you. I'm probably going to be taking this card out of the deck because I can't pronounce its name worth of shit. I just call it the Photon Butterfly. That's what they should have called it. Photon Butterfly. Yeah, that's literally what they should have called it. Photon Butterfly. But, yeah. That's, my harpie deck. If you see any changes I should have made to it, please let me know. The 2 decks that I am currently working on are my, Nordics. I need 3 copies of Odin, 1 copy of Loki, and several other cards. Which I am working on getting on. The other deck I am working on are my Cloudians. I need Sheep Cloud and a couple of... I have Typhoon, another Acid Cloud, an Updrift, and some other cards for the deck. I eventually plan, I may work on some other deck profiles after this, but the Cloudian and Nordic deck profiles will come at a later time. So, yeah, I'm working on that. If any Yugi players have some spare ones and go to CG Realm on Tecumseh Hall, and if there are any American viewers, I live in Canada, so this is in Windsor. So, yeah. My CG Realm is in Canada. At Tecumseh Hall. If any of the players from there are there and have Cloudians or Nordics that they can give me so I don't have to spend a crap ton of money. And if you guys are watching this, I will be uploading this to my Facebook. Or I would have uploaded it by this whenever you see this video. I'm probably going to be there Friday, if not already there, by the time I upload this video. Yeah, so I'll be there. If anyone has 2 copies of Pot of Duality that they're not using, I'd like some of those. If you have any Cloudians, I can actually read off the list right now for the Cloudians that I need. Give me a second. Alright, I need 1 copy of Sheep Cloud, Acid Cloud, Mudora, the card that gains attack points for fairies. Eye of the Typhoon. I'll show the list as best I can. If you can, okay, I can actually read that backwards, so all of you should be able to read that, because that'll be the opposite way when you're looking at the screen. But, that's a Diamond Dust Cyclone, Spirit Barrier, and another Updrift. Yeah, because I can read that upside down, and yeah. That's pretty much everything I need. For the Norks, I'm not even going to pretend to pronounce their names until I get them and then work on the pronunciation, but, yeah. Since I can read that, you guys should be able to read that. Those are all the monsters that I need, and the trap cards and spell cards. Basically, from here to here, from Mound of the Bound down to and right before Loki are the spells and traps. So yeah, there's that. Oh, and if anyone has a random copy of Lightning Chidori, I'd like a copy of that as well. Yeah. If you have any other suggestions of cards, because I also have a Bujin deck. A Bujin deck with some Synchro, Stardust, Red Dragon Archfiend, Black Rose, those Synchros. The XCs, I basically have Utopia Ray Victory, Utopia Ray V, Utopia Ray, and Utopia himself. And then I have some of the Bujin XCs, a decent trap, some decent spells, and then the monsters. Yeah. If you want to give me some pointers, I will have my stuff there on Friday, along with this book and some pencils and that to write with. Oh, I also plan on getting rid of what Toon stuff I have. 2 Blue Eyes Toon Dragon, 2 Blue Eyes Summoned Skull, or Toon Summoned Skull, Toon Cyber Dragon, Goblin Attack Force, Dark Magician Girl, Toon Mermaid, Toon Gemini Elf, Toon World, Comic Hand, Toon Rollback, and a bunch of other, and Toon Mask, Toon Briefcase, Toon Defense. I think I said Toon World, but yeah, pretty much that's all the Toon stuff I have. Whatever your best offer is, if you don't want to buy them, just let me know. Let me know in the comments, or private message me on Facebook. Or just contact me at CG Ground, because I'll probably be there Friday, or if I'm there Friday. Depends if I can get a ride out there. Probably will be able to, though. But yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. So again, I haven't been getting a whole lot of comments, so if the card fight community and or the Yu-Gi-Oh community see this, please let me know about the stuff I just asked, and about an end saying for my channel, and what other stuff you'd like me to eventually review. And or if you want me to do a deck profile for you, just let me know. you want that or not. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So, I'm Madison Waltz. Actually, you know what? No. They asked me about the thing. I actually have something better. I actually have something good for my Insang. So, I'm going to test it out. Please tell me what you think of it. But, this is Madison Waltz saying, Lotaro Gar.